Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on the screen. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on the screen. Guys, please confirm to me. All of you are getting my voice on the screen. Right, sir. Guys, some of you are not yet joined with Durga Soft ID. Mahesh, what you entered, sir? That is not your ID, right? That is a webinar ID. Now, Durga Soft people have given ID numbers to everybody. As a mail, you received a mail. There were webinar IDs are that not webinar ID. Then Durga Soft ID numbers are given. Okay, which starts with N. Okay, please try to enter that. And Junesh Bandi, you have to enter that Durga Sabdi as a first name, not as a second name. Your name should be added as a second name. Okay. Guys, observe this clearly. I'm trying to give information to you. Say, for example, guys, observe carefully. If you provide this, 1 minute. Now let me complete it. Let me show this. Then after that, we'll move on to our content. So here, first name is available. That first name should be provided as what there, Durga Soft ID. Whatever the ID here we are getting there, something else. That ID starts with then ID here we have to provide Durga Soft ID number. Whatever admin people have given that. As a last name, we have to give like what they know, your name. Then email ID and mobile numbers here that we have to provide and click on this button here. That we have to follow. That ID number must be provided in capital letters. Now please try to follow that. Right. Anyway, at least today it's okay. But tomorrow onwards is mandatory for everybody. Must join with ID numbers only. And call to our admin people there. Harsha is the responsible person for it. Then try to talk with him. Okay. Now let's see the content, guys. All of you know. Right, sir. Kiran, haven't get these notes. I think I have given one. Guys, all of you, please check this. Are you getting these notes or not? Please check this, guys. All of you are getting these notes or not? Or else just give 1 minute of time. Don't worry, then just give a minute of time. I will share this document, these notes to you. Okay, just give 1 minute of time. Guys, now check this. I'm sending this URL to you. Have you got that URL, guys? Now in a questions box, I submitted this. Now check all of you guys. Now this is the URL here. This is the link for it. Already I given that in the classroom. That means questions box. Please get that link from the questions box. Then try to open it one time. Yes, please check once here. Is this link is open or not? Okay, guys, please give confirmation to me. Already I posted that link in the questions box. Try to take it and try to check with that. Right? I think it will open, right? Okay, guys, everybody use this link to get that notes. Everybody use this link to get these notes, the classroom notes. Okay, right, sir. Yeah, guys. Now, I think we are preparing an example for all these things, right? On the base of this. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Abhishek. Junish, then I'll give intimation to you. Don't worry. Very soon we'll start it. Okay, sir. Now, let's understand this clearly. Guys, observe carefully. Then this example here we started already. Now here we have to open Eclipse IDE. Okay. Right, sir. Now here we open our program there. Whatever the program here we tried now. Already, which part we completed, guys? Now tell me, inside this program, just I started like what is that case one? What is that case one here? Add employee module, employee number, employee name, and employee salary and employee address here we have taken. All of them here we stored inside like what there? Employee object. Employee object is ready. Then here just we call that employee service dot add employee where employee object reference here we pass it here. Now here we are getting what value here? No status value here we are getting. If status dot equals ignore case of success, then we want to display the status is what their success. Okay. System dot out dot println of status colon employee inserted successfully. If status dot equals ignore case of failure, what we have to get there? System dot out dot println of status colon employee insertion failure. That what we are getting. If status dot equals ignore case of existed, system dot out dot println status colon employee existed already. Okay, then control is okay. Now here what we are providing there now. Here we are calling what method here? Employee service dot add employee method here we are calling. So we have to go for like what there? Employee service IMPL. Dot Java is not required here, and this employee DAO interface also be not required. Employee dot Java is also not required here. Then DAO factor is also be not required. Then we are able to get the DAO object every time. And employee service factor is also be not required. Then we are able to get it clearly. But still here we are getting some compilation error, guys. Then where we are getting error again? Here we are getting some compilation error. Why we are getting compilation error here? Okay. Right. Here we are getting like what there? Output here we are getting. Now let me check with that add employee service. No, inside this service still we are getting an error, right? Why? Okay, remove it. Now here we will go for that employee service care. Inside this employee service, just we provided like what there employee DAO. Employee DAO is equal to employee DAO factory dot get employee DAO. Then we are calling employee DAO dot add of employee. So here we are getting some status value. Then return status value here we are getting. Understand it clearly. Whenever we are getting the status value here, whenever we are getting status value here, then what we have to do there clearly. Now observe carefully. The status value we are able to get. If employee is existed, then it will provide existed. If employee is not existed, then what it able to do there? Simply it able to insert the record into the database table and it able to return the status value is what their success. If any failure is available, failure case will be written here. So this is what exactly the meaning of or like what their content here. That's okay, fine. Now observe carefully. Now here we are calling what there employee do dot add method. So we must go for what there do. Inside this do, here we have not accessed this particular one. Okay. Now try to understand, guys, what I'm trying to say now. Try to understand it. Now here, what I'm telling now, I need to perform like what there by using Hibernate. I need to implement. I need to provide the add operation here now. Now observe carefully. Try and catch here. We have to provide there. Why? Because here we are able to get some exceptions maybe. To overcome these exceptions here, what we have to provide there. Here we have to use try and catch now. Now observe carefully. Inside this some string status value here we have to take. Status is equal to double quotation open and closed. Okay, understand it. Double quotation open and closed here we provided. Now here I need to use Hibernate code to get this one. Guys, I'm asking one question to all of you. Now try to answer for it. Everybody, answer for it, guys. Try to understand it. What exactly the repeated code inside the Hibernate? Now tell me. In Hibernate, for every application, what we have to write minimum? No response, guys. What we have to write minimum for every Hibernate application? Now tell me. No response. In a Hibernate client application, what we have to write every time? No response, guys. In a Hibernate, what we have to write minimum every time? No? Every time, what we have to provide there? Configuration. Configuration. Configuration object here we have to create or not? Yeah. Then after that, here we have to provide session factory or not? Session factory or not? Then after that, session factory, these two things are very much common. Session object is okay. Then session will be created for every call. That means for every transaction or for every method, that a separate session will be created here. Understand it clearly. But what operations are very much common here? Configuration and as well as like what they know, session factory, these two resources we require here. That's why what I'm trying to do here inside my application now, inside my application, what I'm trying to do there. Now here, I need to prepare like under the SRC, I need to go for like what the factories. Inside this factory, I want to create one util class. Not same as almost similar to factory only, same as factory only, but the name I want to change. Why? Because in a session factory already factory is available. That's why I want to prepare one util class, Hibernate util. The class name is what there? Hibernate util. Right, sir. Whenever we prepare this Hibernate util now, open this. Inside this Hibernate util, what we are doing there now, just we are able to provide private static session factory are required. Session factory is equal to null. Okay, now this is session factory. Now here we have to take like what they know, static block. Inside the static block, session factory is equal to, then before that we need to prepare the configuration object or not. How am I able to prepare this configuration object here? New configuration dot configure method. Okay, then here we have to provide like what there, Hibernate dot configuration file I created or not. That means resources folder I created here, but nothing I have provided here. Let me provide this. Even that one also I want to provide. Then configure dot then what next one? Build a session factory. That's it. Now everything I've written in a single line, guys. Observe carefully. Yeah, exactly. We are implementing like what there no singleton as is. Wherever it may be, then factory class are going to be provided in this way only. Now here in a single line, I provide a session factory is equal to new configuration dot configure dot build a session factory. Now this configure method will check for what they know configuration file here. What configuration file it able to check here, that I will give information to you. Try to understand it. Next one is after that, under these resources, now here we have to go for like what there a file. XML file here we have to take. Now the thing is like what there, Hibernate dot cfg dot xml, Hibernate dot cfg dot xml. Now configuration file, now this is configuration file. Here we have to provide doc type definition. Here we have to provide there the doc type definition. Here we are able to get from where there, Hibernate 3 lib. Then we have to go for what there, Hibernate 3 jar file. Inside this Hibernate 3 jar file, org.hibernate. Inside this org.hibernate, here what we are getting there, Hibernate configuration, right, that we are providing. Now just we have to copy this, then inside this hibernate.cfg.xml file, here we have to provide this total data. Next one is after that, now what next one here we have to provide, what is the root tag here we have to provide there, guys? Now tell me, Hibernate configuration. Inside this Hibernate configuration, then what we have to provide there? Now tell me, session factory. Inside the session factory, here what we have to provide there? Now tell me, property. Here we have to provide what property? Here we have to provide there, property name is equal to like what there, yeah, property name is like what there, Hibernate dot connection dot driver underscore class. Then what is the driver class name? Here we have to provide Oracle dot jdbc dot Oracle driver, that what we required. Then after that, what next one here, after completion of this property, next one is like what there, Hibernate dot connection dot URL. Then what next one, you know, there we have to provide like what there, jdbc colon Oracle colon thin colon at the rate localhost colon 1521 colon xe. Then after that, after completion of this, here we have to go for like what there, next property, that will be like what there, Hibernate dot then what next one here, username, Hibernate dot connection dot username, that we have to provide there, connection dot username. There we have to provide that username is what there, system. Next one is after completion of this, here what we have to do there, property name is equal to Hibernate dot connection dot password. Now here Durga is what there, username and password, that what we are getting clearly. That's okay, guys. Then after that, after completion of this particular point here, what next one here we have to do, no, right sir, username, user or username, I think so, username is right, am I right, guys? Now is it username or user? Everybody has to give answer for it. Is it user or username? Okay, if it is wrong, okay, if it is wrong, then we are able to get what there, some exception here. No problem here. In the last applications, you might be seeing that. Okay, now anyway, then we'll see that. Okay, no problem. Then user or username, that doesn't matter. Let me use that user. It's okay, fine. System and Durga. Next one is like what there, property name is equal to Hibernate. Connection properties are completed there. Then we have to provide like what there, dialect properties. What's the dialect here we have to provide, guys? Now tell me, arg dot Hibernate dot dialect dot Oracle dialect. Hibernate dialect is what there, arg dot Hibernate dot dialect dot Oracle dialect. Then after that, after completion of this, then what we have to provide there, mapping. Mapping here we have to provide, where resource here we have to provide. What is the resource name here we have to provide there. Still I have not prepared that, but in the future I'm going to prepare this. Now this is like what there, employee dot hbm dot xml, that resource here we have to provide. Guys, everything is clear or not? That everything is clear or not? Okay, everything is clear or not? Everything is clear or not? Now here immediately here we have to provide what there, user or usernames are no problem here. Username, then I remembered that username. If it's not working, then I will change it. No, it's not at all an issue. No. It's the right thing, right? Now observe carefully. Now here what we have to provide there, dialect and mapping configurations here we provided. Next one is like what there, Hibernate util. Okay, configuration is required. That's okay, fine. Let me complete it. Then after that, here what we have to prepare there, next one after the session factory. Session factory is ready. We have to use one get method. Get session factory method. That's enough. Wherever we require this one here, we have to call there. Okay, fine. Next one is in the same Hibernate dot util, Hibernate util. I need to close this session factory. To close this session factory here, what I'm going to do there, public static void, then what next one, close method here we have to provide. Now here what we are providing here, session factory dot, then what method here we have to call their close method. Okay, then that's enough. If we close this session factory, automatically sessions are also be closed automatically. Internal, whatever the sessions we have used there, it's going to be closed. Okay guys, now observe carefully. Then after that, after completion of this particular one, now here we need to prepare Hibernate employee.hbm.xml file. That is required here. New file, XML file, employee.hbm.xml. Guys, observe carefully. Now inside this, then what we are able to do there, understand this clearly. Now what is the doc type definition here we have to provide? Mapping file, right. Next one is like what there, Hibernate mapping. Inside this Hibernate mapping here, what we are able to provide the next tag, class tag here we have to provide. Inside this class tag, what we are providing there, name, fully qualified name of the respective class here we have to provide. Com dot Durga soft dot abb04 dot. Then what is that package name actually? Employee class is existed here. What is that employee here? What we are getting there now? Now here we have to understand like what their entities inside these entities now. Employee.java is available entities, right? Entities dot employee, that what we prepared. Then here we have to provide like what their table. Table name is what they know, EMP1. That what we have to provide there. Then inside this we have to provide ID. Now here what we have to provide, name is equal to ENO. That's enough. Column attribute is not required here. Property name is equal to ename. That's sufficient. Next one is what their property name is equal to esal. Next one is property name is equal to eaddr, that we are getting there. So apart from this, we don't require any other content here. Just this is sufficient clearly for us now. Right, sir. Hibernate utility is also be completed. Hibernate configuration is also be completed. Hibernate mapping file is also be completed here. Now, yes, exactly. No. Connection pooling content we are able to provide inside this hibernate.cfg.xml file. Where connection pooling properties also we are able to provide in the configuration file. Right now, let's understand this clearly. Employee.hbm.xml file, it's okay. In tester.java, not in test.java, DAO. Inside the DAO, Hibernate resources are ready. Now we have to use that resource now. First of all, let us get this session factory object. Session factory. Now here what we have to do there, now inside this session factory, that means Hibernate util is available. Hibernate util. Hibernate util dot, then what next one, get session factory here we are getting. Hibernate session factory is equal to session factory is equal to Hibernate util dot get session factory. So here we are getting session factory object here. Whenever we are getting session factory object, then it is very simple to get session object. Session is equal to, then what next one here we required here? No, we have to perform the required operation here. That means first of all here we have to get like what their session factory dot then open session here we have to call. Guys, observe carefully here what I'm telling to you after getting this. Another thing is like what I'm telling to you. Session is equal to session factory dot open session. Then here what I'm telling now after this, my requirement is what there, add method requirement is what there. First I have to check whether that employees existed or not. If employees existed, then I have to return existed. If employee is not existed, then what I have to return there? No, I have to insert the data into the database table. Then I have to provide success. Success is the data. Right. So now let's observe carefully here what I'm telling to you. Now, first of all, I need to check whether these employees exist or not. Employee already employee might be existed here. Right. So now I want to check EMP. That's enough. EMP is equal to RS my we can write it EMP from database. EMP from database. That's the reference here. Now here what I'm telling you, no, session dot get method. I don't want to use load method case. Get method only I want to use there. Why? Because if I use get method, observe carefully. If I use get method, if that employee is not available in the database, it able to return what there, it able to return null value. In the case of load method, what happened there? Exception we are able to get. That's the problem here. So I don't require exception. If employee is existed, then return employee object. If employee is not existed here, I want to get null value. If I get null value, I will compare with that null, then I'm able to give some information there. Observe carefully. Now here, then what is the primary key value here I have to provide there? That primary key value is available like what there? Employee dot get employee number. Right, sir. Now here I need to go for like what there get method. Session dot get off like what there cast to employee. Here we are able to get some employee here. After that, whenever we are getting EMP from database, no. Now, if really employee is available in the database, it will return employee object. If employee is not existed there, it will return what value? No, null value. Now let me check it. If EMP from DB double equals to null, EMP from DB double equals to null. If it is null, what's the meaning of it? No, employee is not existed here. So we have to insert the data. Else employees existed here. The status value is what they know existed. Status value is what they existed. At the end, we have to return the status value only. Right, sir. At the end, we have to return what their status value only. Now here, what I'm telling to you after that, after completion of this, what we have to do there? EMP from DB double equals null in the sense employee is not existed. Then we have to insert that employee data to the database table. To insert that employee data to the database table, guys, then what we have to do there? Guys, which method here we have to use there? Into primary key val. Then what method here we have to use? Please, all of you respond for me. To insert an employee data into the database table, what method here I have to use? No response, guys. What method here we have to use? Okay. What method here we have to use? Save or persist method. But which method will return primary key value? Which method is able to return primary key value? That is my question now. Save method or persist method? Session dot save method is able to return that. Save. What you have to provide there? Employee object is already existed here. Employee. There no data is available. But here we have to typecast. Add it to cast to typecast here. Integer value here we have to get. Okay, primary key value here we are getting. Now we have to check it. If pk value double equals to employee dot get no, If it is right, then we have to make the status is what they know success. Else apart, if it is not the case there, if you are getting any other value, then status value is like what their failure. Also guys, what I'm doing there, JDBC, what we are going to write in the case of this Hibernate, what we are writing. I'm asking this question to all of you guys. Now try to understand this. I'm asking this question to all of you guys. Understand this, no? What question here we are getting there? Have I specified any SQL query here? Have I written any SQL query? In this total coding part, have I written any SQL query? No. By using simple Java methods only, we are implementing our database logics. Simply by using Java methods only, we have written some implementations here. Okay, right, sir. Now this is what exactly our add method. So DAO implementation is completed there. Service implementation is completed. Control implementation is also be completed up to now. One minute, guys. And a clone method here I have to write where it is no close. I want to tell. Yeah, close method here we have to do. We need to close the resources here for the sake of our implementation. Okay. Then at the same time, what I'm going to do there for the sake of static block, I'm taking there class dot for name of for improving performance. I'm telling there class dot for name of com dot durgasoft dot. What next one there? Com dot durgasoft dot abb04 dot factories dot hibernate util. So by that automatically at the time of loading this application, Hibernate connection and everything is ready. Session factor and everything is ready. Then performance will be improved. Otherwise, performance will be delayed. Okay. Right, sir. 1 minute. Factory only. I think so. The package name is factory or factories. Factory. That's nice. Right. Guys, and can I execute this program? Can I execute this program? Can I execute this program up to add module? And here, what data is available here in EMP1? No data is available here. Right, sir. Let me execute this code here. Guys, welcome to employee management system. Then after that here we are getting what there. This one here we are getting there, fifth one. Right, thank you for using employee management system. That's okay. Here I want to put one line here. One line space here I want to provide. What happened here? Right, sir. Now let me execute this again. Welcome to employee management system. Okay. Now here, first we have to provide one. Now here, what we have to do there? Employee number here we have to provide 111. Employee name AAA. Employee salary 5,000. Employee address what there? Hyderabad. If we click on enter button, please remember this, we have not displayed status here, but of course it has inserted there, but we have not displayed the status value. Add employee model, then we have taken the data, it's okay, but status value is not displayed here. Then your option is asking there. Now my option is what there? 5 only coming out from it. Let me check it. Now here inside this, success, failure or existed, these things here we provided, no, but they are not executed here. Why it is not executed here? What is the problem here? Success, failure and existed that we written, no. Here it is written status value. In employee service also here we are getting status, that value here we written here. In a test class here we are getting status value. Add employee. It's okay, then here we are getting that equals ignore case of success. Success, what spelling here? SUCCE. This is a problem. This is a problem here. Success. Okay, fine. Now let me execute this again. Spelling mistake. I think already this employee is existed here. 222 BBB salary 6,000. Hyderabad. Now the status is what their employee inserted successfully. Right, sir. So employee inserted successfully. In the database, 2 records might be existed, guys. Already in the previous case. Yeah, guys, can you tell me where is the problem there? Definitely. Then we have to give answer for it. Then I overlooked on it. Then I provided this part here. Where is the problem, guys? Now tell me. You only tell me. Where is the problem? Everybody respond for me. Everything is okay, but where we have done some problem here. But data inserted here, but the data is not inserted in the database. What is the lack in our program? Please try to recognize this. Everybody will aware about it. Everybody knows about it. Yes, exactly. Transaction object we are missing. What object here we are missing there? No, transaction object here we are missing. Session factory dot begin transaction directly. I won't write it. Sorry. Session begin transaction. Whenever we perform this, then what we have to provide there? No, transaction dot commit. Okay. Now here we can execute this again. One. Right, sir. Employee number 111. AAA 5000 I divide. Status is what their employee inserted successfully. Let me check in the database now. Now record is inserted or not? Guys, now tell me, record is inserted or not? As definitely this record is inserted here now. Okay, now this is what exactly the implementation here we have to understand. Okay, right, sir. Now add model here we completed. Next one is I need to go for like what their option is, what their 5. Right, sir. Now thank you for using employee management system. Leave it one. Then here what we have to do there after completion of this, next we have to start what their search module. Search module. Now here first here we have to go for like what their system.out.println of, right, sir, search employee module. Search employee module. Okay, whenever we are getting search employee module, what next one here we are able to get there? Then immediately we have to ask that user enter employee number. System.out.println of employee number. Now this is like what their print method only. Now here we have to get that ENO is equal to integer dot percent of buffered reader dot readline method. So here we are getting that employee number. On the basis of this employee number only, I want to perform some search operation here now. Right. Then after that, what next one here? After completion of this employee number, next one is what there? After completion of this, then what we have to do there? We have to call service method. Service method here we have to call with the employee reference. Employee is equal to, already we got that service. That means service, no, employee service. Employee service dot what next one here we record there? Search employee, where ENO here we have to pass. Okay, it will check for that employee whether this employee exists or not. If employees existed here, then it will return what they know. Simply it will return employee object. If employee is not existed here, it will return null value. Now here what we have to check there, employee double equals to, if employee double equals to null, then what we are able to say there, now system dot out dot println of, system dot out dot println of status. That means search status is what there, employees existed. Employee not existed. Okay. Next one is else part. Else part in the sense like what there, employee existed here. System dot out dot println of status is what there, employee existed. When employees existed, the data is available with employee. The total employee data here we are going to display. System dot out dot println of employee details. Inside this employee details here, system dot out dot println of online space here we have to provide. Now get understand this clearly after completion of this. Here what we have to do there, system dot out dot println of here employee number plus what we have to do there inside this now, here we have to go for employee dot get ENO. Okay, right. Next one is like what I'm telling to you, system dot out dot println of employee name plus employee dot get ename. System dot out dot println of employee salary Right, now plus here what we have to do there, employee dot get ESAL. It's not outdated print there enough. Employee address plus employee dot get EADD. Guys, also careful now. This is what exactly the data here we are providing here. Now this is about like what the search method. Understand it clearly. Then after that, then after completion of this, we have to check that in service implementation. Inside the service implementation here, what we are able to do there. Now here, directly here we have to call like what the DAO object employee employee DAO employee DAO is equal to employee DAO factory dot get employee DAO. Next one is what there. I need to go for like what there employee object here we have to prepare is equal to employee DAO dot search method. Next one is after that here we have to return this employee only. That's enough. If that employee is having really an object or maybe having some null value, that doesn't matter. So we return that value. That's okay, fine. After completion of this employee service IMPL, then what next one we have to do there? We have to go for DO. Inside this DO here, we have to go for like what method here? Search method here, we have to do that. Search method is very simple. Now try to understand it. What is that search method here? Already we provided implementation for it here in add method. Almost all the maximum implementation we provide about this method. E dot print stack trace method. Now here we are going to provide like what there employee is equal to null. Same here we have to provide like what there employee. Now insert this try block. First of all here what we have to do there. See this. Let me copy some content from this session factory. Then open session employee. Up to this part here I require. Okay. Employee. Directly I'm using that. If it really returns null value, then run value will be written. Otherwise, if employee object is available, employee object will be written here. That's it. This is my search operation, guys. Now try to understand it clearly. Now again, not required to write employee.get envo. Then simply here we have to write what there envo. Already the parameter is what there envo parameter that we can use there. Okay, guys. Now let us execute this part here. If we execute this, then here we are able to get some output. Now try to understand it. If you have any problem, then we'll check at the end. Right, sir. Employee management system. Number 2. Directly I'm moving to the number 2. Employee number 555 not existed, guys. Status is what there employee not exist. Then again here I want to provide what the 2. Search employee number. Then 111 employees existed here. Then we are able to get 111 employee details. Employees existed. Employee details like this here we provided. Right, sir. For example, again I'm going to forward their second 222 employee number I'm providing there. That 222 is also existed, not existed, I think so. Employee 222 not existed. That's why your status is what then employee not existed. Now let me check in my database also. No, select a star from EMP1. Then this data is not existed here. Okay. Right, sir. Now, this is exactly the meaning of like what there that second operation here what we performed. Next one is what there no third operation here we have to perform there. The third operation is like what there. Right, update operation here we have to perform. Right, guys. Just to practice this example, then tomorrow practice this example, and tomorrow I'll finish the remaining 2 modules. Can up to this everybody has to practice. Okay, then what I have used about this Hibernate. Up to this everybody has to practice. Then we are able to implement it effectively. Okay, guys, all of you are okay or not? Will you complete this example up to this? Yeah, we can declare there. Abhishek, there is a, that means you're asking about employee DO, right? Yeah, yeah. Then why I'm writing every time this employee DO like this? No, there is a reason for it, Abhishek. At least guess it. What is the reason why I'm writing every time employee DO? In general, that employee DO references we are not going to write at class level. Max, we are going to write it local only. Can you guess it? Why I'm writing every time that employee DO at local only inside the methods, not at class level? Even we can do that. Your thought is right, but why I'm doing that? Any idea? Any guessing for it? No, not like that. The point is, the point is, I'm a user different DO classes maybe in enterprise applications, not like single DO for employee only, but multiple DOs I'm able to use different DOs for different operations. Can it's possible? Yeah, exactly. In that situation, which DO we are going to use there, that depends actually. That's why here we are able to use like always the DO references inside the methods only, not as a class level. If you use that at a class level, everybody can use that. But if you use a local variable, up to that method node is applicable. But other method depends on the other method situation. Then which DO we are going to get, that we are able to use. That's why here I have written that every time. Got it? So it's one of the convention. Anyway, we can use like this, right, guys? That's fine, guys. Now try to practice up to these two modules there. Then tomorrow I will complete that update employee and as well as what the delete employee, that we are able to see there clearly. Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot. I'll meet on tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll see the remaining content. Thank you, guys. I'm going to take Springer class today. Please, everybody has to come for Springer class. Everybody has to come for swimming class. Yesterday only one member attended there. Only one member attended yesterday. But please try to come for spring class. I waited up to like 11:50, but only one member I identified. That's why I'm telling to you. Then please come for the spring class. Within 10 minutes I'll start it. Thank you.